Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Sadie. Sadie originated as a nursery form of the name Sarah. Sarah is a Hebrew name born in the book of Genesis as Abraham's wife and Isaac's mother. In Genesis 17 verse 15, God said to Abraham, "As for Sarah your wife, you shall not call her name Sarai, but Sarah shall be her name." The name Sarai possibly comes from the Hebrew word for contentious. By changing her name to Sarah, God is essentially bestowing blessings upon her as princess. In Hebrew, the name Sarah indicates a woman of high rank. The name was taken up by the French in the Middle Ages, and by the 17th century, Sarah was one of the most popular names in England. It's not clear when the pet form Sadie originated, but it likely occurred in England by the 18th century and eventually became an independent name in its own right. Personality of the girl named Sadie. The number 2 personality in numerology is all about cooperation and balance. It's the number of diplomats and mediators. They are not leaders, but strive rather for harmony in partnerships. These are the peacemakers. Equality and fairness are important in their dealings, and they are willing to share power and responsibility to achieve a harmonious outcome. This personality is calm and patient, waiting for things to evolve instead of pushing aggressively for an outcome. They are good-natured and easygoing, and care deeply on an emotional and spiritual plane. 2s appreciate beauty and nature and are intent on making the world a better place. Popularity of the girl named Sadie. The name Sadie has existed on the U.S. popularity charts since the government began tracking naming trends over 100 years ago. At the turn of the 20th century, Sadie was flying high on the top 100 list of most favored girls' names. As the century progressed, however, American parents lost interest in the name, and by the mid-1960s, Sadie disappeared from the charts entirely. After a brief hiatus, the name returned to the charts in 1974 and has enjoyed a steady climb to the top once again. It hasn't reached a top 100 position since 1908, but given the triumphant return of other 100-year-old names, it may be just a matter of time. Sadie is a cute and unpretentious name, simple yet energetic. And thanks to the Beatles song, it also boasts a little undeniable sex appeal. Quick facts on Sadie. Gender, girl. Origin, English. Number of syllables, 2. Ranking popularity, 50. Pronunciation, Sadie. Simple meaning, little princess. Characteristics of Sadie. Cooperative, balanced, gracious, patient, kind, sensitive, compassionate, considerate, loving, nurturing. Cultural references to the baby name, Sadie. Literary characters of the baby name Sadie. It's hard to believe, but the Sadie Hawkins Dance was born from a comic strip created by Al Cap in the late 1930s. Sadie was one of his characters in the popular, long-lasting cartoon strip. She was a resident of Dogpatch and referred to as the homeliest gal in the hills who grew tired of waiting for suitors. The first annual Sadie Hawkins Day was not a dance, but a foot race, wherein the spinster ladies of the town would give chase to the unmarried men. If caught, matrimony would be the consequence. Within a year of the strip appearing, November of 1937, Sadie Hawkins became an event that took on a life of its own as it swept through high schools and college campuses across the nation. The Sadie Hawkins Dance requires a reversal of roles so that the ladies ask the young men of their choosing to accompany them on the date. In other words, the women become the aggressors. Popular songs on Sadie. A song by Styx, State Street Sadie, Sadie Hawkins Dance, a song by Reliant K, a song by the Beatles, Little Sadie, a song by Alkaline Trio, Sadie, Sadie, a song by the Supremes, Sadie, a song by Bob Dylan, Sexy Sadie, In Search of Little Sadie. Famous people named Sadie. Sadie Frost, actress, Sadie Delany, American educator and civil rights pioneer.